Welcome back to the channel. Today I've got the 2023 230i Coupe G42 chassis. So this one is in very good Melbourne Red, or Melbourne. Named, of course, after the F1 racetrack in Australia. So this one's got quite the story. So this particular vehicle was allocated to us back in January 2022. So it's supposed to be a 22 model year 230i. Obviously it got delayed. There've been many times cars have been delayed, even in the Mexico plant. So it changed hands a few times in terms of who was ordering this particular vehicle, and ultimately just got produced and delivered as a model year 23 just a few days ago. It was originally a customer ordered car, and red is really not a popular color for some reason here in Mountain View. It's still a very good color. You can actually even get Melbourne Red on the X5 as an individual color now. I guess the X6 as well. We talk about this one in particular. So you can tell it's got premium package because the headlights are the full LEDs. You can see some gold accents in here as well, and the full sort of halo light, if you want to think of it like that. Moving over to the side, we've got 19-inch wheels, style 783, which look pretty good. A lot going on there in the design as well. Take a step back and take in Melbourne Red. I really like the side profile of the new, well, relatively new 2 Series Coupe. You have that hood bulge as well, but it's a longer car than the previous gen F22. But Melbourne Red, I think, looks really, really good on the car. I think new for 23 is these side skirts. This one does not have the M Sport package. That high gloss black look on the side skirt rocker panel. Moving out back, not a high gloss black faux diffuser here, but a black one, blackish gray. Tail lights, of course, controversial, I'd probably say, but really sculpted look on the 2 Series Coupe. Maybe not as wide as they could be. Alright, and taking in Melbourne Red. Basically, it's out of direct sunlight today. Really overcast here today in California. But I think really good dimensions on the 2 Series Coupe. A long hood, reminiscent of the E24 6 Series. Let's take a look at the inside and go over pricing and options on this one. So opening up, we are greeted with black Sensitech, an included option on the vehicle. A little bit of contrast stitching here, sort of like a gray stitching. So there's no illuminated M trim, but this is part of the illuminated trim displays, if you want to think of it that way. So this will change based on what color you have set up in your illuminated, in your interior lighting. Seats look pretty good. Good side bolstering. And you know it's Sensitech because you don't have the adjustable side bolster. You do have lumbar support for the driver only. But, you know, pretty decent looking seat. And of course, iDrive 8. So in front of me, the instrument panel and iDrive 8. iDrive 8 on the other portion of the curved display. So we have the aluminum mesh trim. Now, hard to see here, obviously, because lighting-wise. But other than the door handle and the panel on the door, this is the only portion of illuminated trim in the vehicle. So your ambient lighting comes through this little area right here, which extends a little bit across the dash, your door handle, and then your door panel. That's it for illuminated sort of trim in the interior. There's no illuminated trim on the sides here or under the vents. I don't know, maybe a little bit disappointing. All right, so pricing wise, again, you can get the 230i Coupe with all-wheel drive, but this is the rear-wheel drive version. Starting price of $37,400. Melbourne Red metallic paint, another $650, Sensatec included. Premium package for $33.50. And we do have the moonroof deletion for an $800 credit. I'll make sure I show you that as well. The 783 wheels, another $600. Aluminum trim with mesh effect, another $150. Lumbar support for the driver side only, $175. Harman Kardon sound system for $875. Also got the wheel locks and floating center caps for $165. All told, MSRP of $43,680. Now we'll take a look at the back seat. Getting in the back seat, lifting this handle, sliding the seat forward, and it automatically goes up to get you a little bit more access to the rear seats. Again, only 2 passengers in the rear. All right, so here's the view from the rear seat. Again, no moonroof here, so a slick top, which you cannot do on the M240i. Legroom and knee room, I think, is pretty decent. So the issue here is of course, headroom. So you're going to have to basically do this to fit in the back seat if you're probably 5'7", 5'8", or more. So not a terribly comfortable place to be in the back seat, but decent in terms of other room other than the head. All right, so we'll make our way towards the back, look at the trunk as well. No kick to open on this vehicle, so not powered. Basically, you have to do all the work yourself there for the trunk. So decent size in terms of the trunk. There's no sort of extra storage space below, but yeah, not bad for a coupe. All right, so we'll make our way to the front and look at the engine. All right, so let's open up the hood here. And here's your B48 inline 4-cylinder 2-liter turbo engine, 255 horsepower and 295 torques. So, you know, a very decent engine, probably more than you're going to need on the streets. And you also see the engine is basically on the front axle and pushed back a little bit for balance. All right. We'll take a little bit more of a half walk around the great looking 230i Coupe. I think the side profile looks really good. But that's it for a quick tour around the 230i Coupe in Melbourne Red, and we'll see you at the next video.